Hellbane is an achievement introduced in Warlords of Draenor that requires you to kill 4 mobs spread around in Tanaan Jungle. These are called Terrorfist, Death Talon, Vengeance, and Doomroller. The 4 mobs are hunted by players mainly because they all have a chance of dropping the Medallion of Legion, which grants you 1000 reputation with all Draenor factions and can be sold on the auction house. This is a very expensive item, especially because you need to be rewarded with the Tanaan factions in order to get flying on Draenor, so a lot of players who doesn't want to farm dailies will be interested in buying it from the auction house. Apart from the medallion, they also have a chance of dropping the Rattling Iron Cage, which contains 3 mounts: the Armored Razorback, the Tundra Icehoof, and the Warsong Direfang. Also, they always drop a full corrupted Apexis fragment if you're doing the daily Unseen Influence quest, and 100 oil for your garrison fleet. The medallions and the pet cages have a drop rate of 10 to 30% depending on who you ask, so you're not guaranteed to get the drops, but it also means that they are more likely to stay expensive for a longer time, which is nice if you're planning on selling them. Because the mobs are hunted, and since the respawn time is around 1 hour, it can prove quite difficult to actually find and kill these mobs fast. Killing them is not a problem, since they have very limited mechanics, and because you'll find yourself surrounded by other players as soon as these mobs spawn. It's mainly finding them that is the hard part. Most map-related add-ons will show you the spawn location of the 4 mobs, but just to be sure, here's a map of where to find them. So how do you kill these mobs without having to wait for area on your server? Well, you can go into your looking for group tool in-game and under custom groups search for the names of the 4 mobs. A lot of players start raids every time one of these mobs spawn, and if you're fast on your fingers, you can get into one of these raids and thereby kill the mobs you're looking for. This works because Blizzard introduced realm hopping, which teleports you to another realm when you're in a raid, so by doing this, you don't have to wait an hour between respawn times. If you're not looking to kill these mobs as fast as possible, but wouldn't mind going for them if they spawn, there are a few tips that could be useful to you. When doing dailies or whatever in Tanaan Jungle, you might come across this phrase in your chat log.
Insects deserve to be crushed!
Yelled by Tyranful Harry. At first you might think this is just a random event, meaning nothing, but the phrase actually marks the spawn of vengeance on your server you are currently on. For Death Talon, Shadow Lord Iskar yells,
"Behind the veil, all you find is death."
For Doomroller, Siege Master Matak yells,
Ha! Trample their corpses!
For Terrorfist, Frogan yells, a massive growling is heading for the Refinery Refuge. We are going to require some assistance. So every time you hear one of these phrases, you can expect one of the mobs to spawn. If you don't have it already, I can only suggest downloading the add-on called NPC Scanner, or something similar. This add-on scans your minimap for rares and lets you know when a rare mob spawns. It's not only useful for finding the 4 mobs, but also for finding other rares in Tanaan Jungle if you're doing the Unseen Influence daily quest, or gearing up through Baleful gear. If you've ever seen any of my reputation guides for Warlord factions, you might have heard that I sometimes mention the Medallion of the Legion as a fast but really expensive way of getting reputation, because they're really expensive on most servers. So why doesn't people just farm these mobs for 10 hours a day and make a lot of money or reputation from selling the medallions? Well, just as the other rares in Tanaan Jungle, these mobs only let you loot once a day, making it harder to farm them. Add to that the low drop rate on the medallions, which results in a lower amount of medallions on the server, making the price go up. If you're lucky enough to get a mount drop, you can show it off to your friends in-game, but you can't sell or trade it on the auction house, since it's soulbound. This is a little annoying, as I got the Armored Razorback twice in one day, with no use for the second one. That was pretty much all I had to say about the Hellbane achievement and grinding for the 4 mobs. If there's anything else you need to know, ask in the comment section or use the link in the description to be taken to Wowheads page for the achievement. Thank you for watching as always, and have a good one.